Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with three local stories that are hitting pretty hard this week. And we start with one that launched on Wednesday from Uber. A new feature rolled out that allows women in Chicago to specifically request women drivers when you do Uber. It's called Women Preferences. It's designed to offer more comfort, control, and choice for women and teens, according to Uber. The rollout started Wednesday, so I don't know if anybody's used it already, but you do have to put it in your preferences. So you have to go to your settings and set it up there for wanting a woman driver. It doesn't guarantee it, because I guess it just matters who's on the road at the time. Mm-hmm. But it definitely will give you a great chance of having a woman driver if that's what you want, if you're a woman or a teenager.
Yes.
So that's been launched. It's a great thing, it sounds like.
I think it's a great idea.
I do too. I'm the king of small talk. When I'm in an Uber, I'm talking to everybody and anybody that wants to hear. Man, woman, child. I don't care who's driving.
Whether they speak English or not.
If a Wookiee is driving, I'm talking to him and I don't understand the language. I've never understood, I guess, I shouldn't say it like that, but people that, when they get ready to pick up and say, I don't want to talk. You can put that setting in your Uber, like, don't talk to me.
I have many times.
You've never felt like that?
That I don't want to be talked to?
Yeah.
Nope.
I have.
Yeah. But have you ever gone that far as to put that setting on it?
I don't put the setting in there because I just feel guilty.
Right. Like someone's going to pick you up and they want to go like, hey, I'm driving you somewhere. Don't talk to me. That's what I feel like you're giving them the hand in the face.
You know what's weird? I had a driver pick me up once and his setting said that he was legally deaf. And I'm like, okay, like it was like a thing that popped up, like just so you know, so like you don't try to talk to him and think he's rude. But then when I was getting out of the car, his phone rang and he answered it. And I was like, what? It was like so weird. I was like, okay, like did you just not want to talk to me that bad? Or like what's the vibe? You don't have to fake being deaf.
I think Kenzie's got some notes in the Uber app for Uber drivers saying like, don't talk to me.
It was so weird. Like it just rang. Hello. I'm like, well, there's no way, right?
Oh, hey, Bob, how's it going? No, I got this girl in the back. I'm going to drop her off in a second.
Yeah.
We can talk more in a second.
But don't you think maybe he saw his phone light up? Oh, but then he has to talk to somebody on the phone.
He has to hear
it.
them.
Oh, I never even thought.
Because it wasn't FaceTime, so it wasn't silent. Like it was. Yeah. Then
I thought you were just complaining about him hearing a ringtone. And I was like, well, the phone does other stuff.
No, but then you have to talk.
Then you have to talk. Huh?
He said hello.
There's got to be a way. Maybe he's telling the truth. There's got to be a way they can be on the phone like
but
that.
But I felt so bad about myself as I got out of the car.
You're on your way to a nice dinner and you get ruined because your deaf Uber driver answered the phone.
Yeah, like you hate me that much. I took that personally.
That's very fair. I think you should. By the way, so just women, make sure if you want to do this, it's a woman rider preference button in the settings on your Uber app. So just make sure you do that so you can take advantage of that. I think it's pretty cool. Also, more in Chicago news, restaurant news, that Michelin star restaurants are a big deal if you get your 3-star rating. There's a restaurant called Alinea. And I only heard of this place because Gavin Rossdale was here a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a huge food guy, the singer of Bush. And he says, every time I come to Chicago, I got to go to Alinea. And take it. And me and Case, I think you were out on maternity leave, Kenzie, when he stopped by last time. And we go like, we're just kind of waiting for that invite to a $1,000 a person restaurant. Yeah, we'd love to go there with you, Gavin. That'd be pretty cool. You sold a lot of records. You're probably worth about $20 million. Wouldn't it be cool if you took us to Alinea? He never picked up on it.
No, and this is the same guy that looked at me in my cardigan sweater and said, this guy looks like he's ready to party.
That's true.
We could have partied at Alinea.
No, he said, we'll party after. Let me check.
Yeah. Meet me at Maxwell Street Polish. I'll buy you a hot dog.
Yeah.
No. We went to Burger King that night. It was fun.
So Chicago's high-end restaurant Alinea lost a Michelin star, according to a social media post from one of the Alinea Group's co-owners. I did not see that post, so I don't know if they say why they lost it. They're disappointed to learn of their demotion to 2 stars. And again, if you haven't heard of this restaurant, it is like $1,000 to go there, but it's supposed to be, and I've seen diners and drive-ins, they did even a feature on it showing it's one of the most unique eating experiences in the country, in the world for that matter. That's why Gavin Rossdale goes there.
So, and just a heads up, like food-wise, I'm pretty sure you don't get to order. That's what's interesting about it. It's like 8 courses. I think there's choices of like course level you want to go to, but that is like the prepped menu that night. So you don't just go in, order 1 plate. It's like an 8-course experience, and you're not ordering.
Yeah, it's been featured in The Bear, and Jeremy Allen White told a story about going there when he came here for The Bear, wanted to just experience it, and he kept going outside to smoke, grab a cigarette during the meal. And finally, everything was taking long. And he's like, what the hell? This place is supposed to be so good. The meal's taking so long to get here, every course, like you're talking about, Kenzie. And then finally the chef came out and said, every time you go out for a cigarette, we have to pause because they time it so everybody gets the food at the same time of the different courses in the restaurant.
Oh, wow.
So he went out and smoked and he ruined everybody else's night every time he went out for a smoke. So I don't know what the difference is like in a Michelin star. I mean, I know I've heard of it, and I know the more the better. 3 is the highest you can get, and it's a really good restaurant. It means it's going to cost a bunch, but I don't know.
What are you confused about?
What a Michelin's, why they lost a star. Like, what does that mean?
So according to ChicagoEater.com, they said, quote, it's been a mixed year for Alinea while the restaurant celebrated its 20th anniversary this year with a pop-up residency around the world. Recent reviews from outlets including the New York Times and Chicago Tribune have questioned Alinea's relevance in today's fine dining scene, and now Michelin has weighed in. So they've been doing well for 20 years, but you can't do the same thing you were doing in 2005 and 2025. They've lost a step culturally, it seems like.
So they had a good run.
Yes, they've had an amazing run. They still have 2 Michelin stars. I think the point is that, like, maybe it's not groundbreaking. You're doing the same thing. It's not cutting edge anymore because you already did it or whatever because it's been 20 years. So I think it's a little bit pretentious of a rating. Like, everything's that, like, the food's that quality. It is that unique. It is a crazy experience, but it's like, oh, but it's not new. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, like you said, still having 2 is really impressive.
Yes.
Having 1 is impressive, a 1 Michelin star. So in the West Loop, Smith, that restaurant still has 3 Michelin stars, and that was also in the Bear when Cousin goes away for his training.
Oh, the episode called Forks.
That's the best episode of the Bear by far, in my opinion.
One of the best episodes of TV I've ever seen.
It's so good, and that's where that has. Now, the place Smith is expensive too, but apparently they have like a bar in the bottom of that building where you can go in and actually get some of the food for a reasonable price in the West Loop if you're trying to go there.
Reasonable being less than 1,000.
Finally, one more story locally before we have some cake tickets to give away here and a chance to go to their sound check. We're going to play cake in a second, but one lucky couple will have the opportunity in Chicago to celebrate their gender reveal by lighting up the Sears Tower antennas in pink or blue.
Wow.
Now, they call it Willis Tower because it's Skydeck Chicago. The people that are there, I'm not calling it that. But Skydeck Chicago is giving couples a once-in-a-lifetime experience to create a moment across the city's skyline. And there's a way to enter up until November 24th on their website. Just go check it out. You got to be 18 or older. But I thought of this, and I haven't seen a gender reveal like mishap, which they're fun to watch, the mishaps of the explosions going wrong or whatever, and the cake falling.
And all the forest fires they cause.
Yeah,
and the
no,
landslides,
and all the damage to the
destruction
universe.
and
Okay,
death.
why'd you gotta take it bad? I'm just saying it's fun to see people try to do a gender reveal when it goes wrong. I don't want a forest fire. You're making me sound like I want a forest fire.
It sounds like you want a forest fire.
I don't want one.
Prove
You
it.
said they were fun.
Everything else is fun. Forest fires are not that fun. They're not. I mean, I've started a fire before in the forest, but
Have you?
I controlled it. Yeah.
What a weird thing to admit.
Well,
you didn't have to do that.
It's authentic. This show. It's honesty here.
Wow.
But I mean, I did it and I put it out. Like it was a little fire and it was gone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See where you took me there with forest fires? Got me confessing the things on the
What
air
were
here.
you announcing in the forest that you accidentally started a fire?
All I said was I like gender reveals going wrong. I was just some 12-year-old kid starting a little fire in the woods.
Okay.
It was a small woods too. It wasn't California, that stuff like that.
You didn't light the Palisades on fire?
Yeah, there was like 4 trees in this.
Yeah,
It wasn't a forest. It was like brush. A couple trees.
Oh, yeah, brush fire. That never hurts anybody.
You're the one admitting this and then spewing out details. You said you lit a fire in the forest.
Yeah, I did.
And then you go, you know what? It was like 4 trees. So don't be yelling at us. We don't know. You're painting this picture.
I'm giving you the information now that I've gotten there. It wasn't like a big forest. It was a couple. It was just some weeds. It was dandelions.
Okay.
I think you committed a felony.
I don't think so. Anyway, if you want to do this, go enter there. But I haven't seen one of those in a while. These gender reveals gone wrong, which I love to watch, except for the forest fire ones. Have you seen these across your timeline at all or on TikTok, Kenzie? Because I thought they were over.
It wasn't a mishap, but it was like, I'm not even exaggerating. It was like a missile launching. They had a girl and all the smoke, it was like a jet fuel level, not like the powdery smoke. I'm talking like jet fuel level. They lit off a bunch of like rockets and it was taller than the trees. And then there was fire and it was all this stuff. And the caption was like, I almost forgot this was the whole point. And then somebody just roasted like the whole point is to use like burn 1 million fossil fuels on like your gender. What are you talking about? It was so ridiculous. I'm okay with like revealing the gender. I think that can be cute. I think that, like, again, the amount of damage has gotten a little insane.
Yeah, me and Megan ate a cupcake.
That's what I'm talking about.
We gave the cupcake place the envelope from the hospital.
Yeah.
Let them make one. It turns out it was pink because it was Harper. She's a girl. We ate it at home. We didn't cause a forest fire. It was great.
Oh, very nice of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that stuff's really cute. That's fun. I get it.
Yeah, I'm nice, by the way.
You were so excited then that you were having a girl that you lit a forest on fire.
Well, it was a couple trees. By the way, back to our first story before we get those cake tickets on the text line. We were talking about Uber. Now women can put in their preferences. They want a woman driver, which is great. And I talked about I always want to talk to the drivers, and I can't imagine someone not wanting to talk to the driver. 630 says, Uber driver here. I hate when people want to talk to me. Get in, shut up, and get out. I don't want to entertain you. Is that from your burner case?
Yeah, it's from my burner when I drive Uber on the weekends.
All right, 312-591-8300. We have tickets for Cake, and you will go to their sound check, too. Q101 Twisted Night 2. Call now for these tickets, 312-591-8300. You will see Cake with Brian and Kenzie and Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 Yellow Card at Q101's Twisted Night 3 with Third Eye Blind and the Paradox. That's going to be a party that night. But you got Sublime on the fourth night, and then Third Eye Blind and Yellow Card on the second or third night. Yeah, get your tickets, Q101.com.
Yeah,
I'm getting all fired up here.
Wait, hold on. Where's the show going?
Go from the top. Night 1.
Night 1 is AJR, and with wet leg.
Mm-hmm.
Night 2 is Cake.
Uh-huh.
Night 3
Yes.
is Third Eye Blind, Yellow Card, and the Paradox.
Bingo.
If you haven't heard much about the Paradox, it's like Green Day's favorite band right now.
Their interview from Riot Fest with Lauren is on Q101's YouTube channel. And what about Night 4, Brian?
Night 4 is Sublime.
Mm-hmm.
And Dermot Mulrooney's band will be there as well.
And Soul Coughing.
And Soul Coughing. Come on. Why don't you have a ticket yet?
I do.
Kenzie, you got a ticket?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Every night we'll be there. And that's really it. It's not just about the concerts. It's about hanging out with us. We get a chance to see you before the holiday season. That's kind of our holiday office party with you. Because we don't have one here. So that's the time we do it, is at the
I
Aragon.
know. Is that so late? Because my husband has a company work party. And then he goes, well, when's yours? And I go, we haven't had one since I've been here.
Yeah, well, that's where they are. They're at the Aragon for these shows.
The last company work party we had, Brian won a flat screen TV at.
Oh, my
What?
God. I remember that.
I was an unpaid intern, and Brian won a flat screen TV and then took it home.
Yeah. It was at Lou Malnati. Yeah.
Okay, so they can't even have like a dinner anymore? Like, how about you don't give away TVs at it? We just have a dinner or
No,
something.
Kenzie, this was at Lou Malnati's, too, across the street. And it was a beautiful dinner. And then we had big prizes. And I remember seeing the disappointment on Marv's face when he drew my name. Because they were hoping like an intern got the flat screen. You know,
like
someone,
an unpaid intern.
Yeah, like Case.
Yeah, like an unpaid intern.
So I got
That's
it.
the highest paid personality in the station.
Calm down. Calm down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's nice.
But also, I think the second part of the maybe disappointed look was like, well, I'm going to put this back in the hopper, give it to somebody else. I go, yes! Yes, I won! I know exactly what I'm doing with this TV! It's great, thank
He
you!
hit me with a crane kick as he was walking up to accept the TV.
He said, loser, as he walked by her.
God, that was a great party. Thanks for bringing that up. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
that's great. I loved it.
It was
But
awesome.
it was pizza, so it was Luminati. They had pizza, right? It was like a pizza party?
Well, all kinds of stuff because they also have pasta there and stuff like that. But
Oh,
it was,
I didn't know if they literally just catered it with a bunch of pizza or like.
Yeah, it was
I don't know
great.
because we've never had one since
Yeah.
I've worked here, so I wouldn't know what their vibe is.
Well, the Luminati's across the street from us in the Wrigley building is really nice because you got this kind of a separate room thing going on that looks like a big private dining room, and they set up all the pizzas and the accoutrement, the salads, and then that TV.
in the Wrigley building.
Yeah, there's one across the street from us. It's over there on Michigan Avenue.
I'll walk you there. It's right across the street.
Yeah.
But in the cool old Wrigley building?
Yeah, it's in there. On the
I've
first,
never seen that.
walk around the city sometime.
I do. I used to live, wait a minute. My apartment, I can see my old apartment right now. I used to live right over here.
Yeah.
I went to the Ghirardelli shop in the Wrigley building. Never saw a pizza place.
So that is on the corner by the river.
Yeah.
The Lou Malnati's is on the opposite other corner where that alley where the building ends kind of, and it's in between there.
Do you know where the Alta is?
Yes.
It's across the street from the Alta. It's like
I
next to the
see.
Alta.
I see.
Yeah, you don't walk that way. That's your problem.
Okay, so now that we're done with super specific Chicago directions.
Yeah.
What else, Brian?
I love that I won that TV.
No. What are we supposed to talk about right now?
Oh, I forgot because I'm just fantasizing about this. I remember winning that TV. It was a great day. All right, here's something more. Something free that we're giving you.
Something else you can win.
And this is valuable.
And Brian's not allowed to win this, so your odds just got better.
And I'm not trying to demean anything I won free, but this is worth a lot more. It's from James & Sons Fine Jewelers, and we've teamed up with them for a chance at one lucky couple to get engaged at Twisted. We just mentioned all those shows. You'll go to all 4 nights of Twisted in the Q101 VIP balcony. Case will talk to you about music in there. It's going to be amazing. You'll have a great
never mind.
time.
You're going to go back down to GA with that ticket.
Do you want to hear the generation of Sublime and how they got together? But you get that and also a gorgeous oval center diamond and a 44 karat diamond mounting, 14 karat white gold. It's valued at over $6,500. There's 5 people on the website right now with their story and why they should win this. So you vote. You decide who gets this. And this is the final one of the week that we're reading. And this is Dylan. So this is Dylan's story. And if it touches you, go to Q101.com immediately and vote for Dylan. Hello, Q101. I want to start off by saying this is a surprise. My girlfriend does not know that I actually submitted this. We talked about it once, but I'm sure she thinks I forgot. There's a relationship right there.
Yeah.
Concerts mean the world to us. We started as best friends who planned to drive over 1,000 miles to Virginia for a music festival and then follow the fest with 2 back-to-back weekends in 2 other states. I guess they were just friends then, because that's a pretty big commitment if you just started dating.
He wanted to be more than them, because I know if Case liked a girl that much to do all that, he'd be like, we're friends, but like, I'm in love, so I was hoping that would change.
Is that accurate, Case, as he shakes his head?
If you were planning that kind of road trip with a girl and then 2 other states, you don't think you'd have to like be in love with her?
I might just want a good hang.
Yeah, right.
I'd also kill for friendship at this point in my life. I'll take what I can get.
Listen, that's a hell of a hang. Driving
That's what I'm
1,000,
saying.
going to Virginia, and then to go to 2 other states. I wish he said what festival it was, because it doesn't say. But anyway, he says, I like to say that's when I knew I wanted her in my life forever, to Kenzie's point right there. You sometimes time together, but you're going to figure that out. We have been to over 100 concerts together. One of which was seeing the Black Keys at the Aragon for Twisted Christmas. That was phenomenal. Their song, The Only One, is a song we want to dance to at our wedding. That was all thanks to Q101. They won tickets for it. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
The Aragon is so special to us, from seeing Danzig there with her father. So that, Mother!
I'm going to marry his father.
To going to almost every year of Twisted. I'll never forget the night her truck was towed at 21 Pilots. Oh.
Oh, that's a bummer. You walk out and see that.
But here's what he says. I knew I found the person I wanted to spend the rest of my life with because we both stayed calm and knew we'd figure it out together. That's amazing. Especially with that stop was probably put, under construction. They couldn't get on the stop. Car's gone. Start panicking.
Wow, would I not be calm? He would not have fell in love with me that night. I'm like, son of a bitch.
He would have fell out of love with you at that night.
No,
as the
that
car
would
got
change.
towed. He says, I'm currently completing my bachelor's degree, and our plans are on hold so I can focus on finishing school and starting my career. The incredible gift from James & Sons would be a stepping stone toward our long and happy lives together. It would be an incredible honor to get to propose to her in one of her favorite venues in the city we love with the support of a radio station that we hold dear and near to our hearts.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful.
Really powerful story. So there's 4 other ones on there. Go to Q101.com. If you like Dylan's story, go vote for him. But we got Dylan, we got Keith, we got Eric, Nick, and Ian, all with really emotional stories. And you decide who gets a free engagement, sponsored by James & Sons Fine Jewelers, from us here at Q101. Now, let's get your takeaways in. It's 9:36. Takeaways from today's show. And because it is Friday, it can be from any day this week. 312-591-8300. Text in your takeaway. Something from today's show or something this week with Brian and Kenzie on Q101 that was memorable to you. And we'll read them after The Offspring.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren on her way in to take you through this glorious day. It's going to be in the 60s and sunny, leading into an almost 70-degree day tomorrow. So get out and do something these next 2 days. And while you're out running around in this glorious time, just take a pause. Enjoy the sun, and think about God Bless the Gravy, because in a couple weeks it'll be very cold. Actually, by Sunday it'll be cold. And there's a lot of people out there that are not only cold and homeless, but they're hungry. And we hit the record that we wanted to get this week. We're so happy and thankful for our listeners that did that. Over 120,000 meals donated to God Bless the Gravy. But We're trying to crush that now over the next 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. Set a record that will be very hard for us in a year to break again. So text GRAVY to 312-591-8300 or go to Q101.com for the link. Just at any point over the next couple days, we'd really appreciate it. We'd love to come in Monday and see the total just jammed up. So text whatever. Any amount matters. $5, $10. Businesses do $1,000. You get $2,000 in free advertising on Q101. And we've had fantastic number of businesses that have donated. Whatever you can do, gravy, text that to 312-591-8300 to get a link back and do it. Takeaways from today and the entire week. Case, what do you got?
Takeaway from Joe. Brian is going to steal a chicken and run a mile to his car while it's pecking his arms to save a couple bucks.
Well, at least it's going to be warm out to do that this week, and I can't wait.
No, that's what I was going to say.
Kenzie, what do you got?
Abby's takeaway. Case and his future girlfriend don't need a bedroom, just a Gucci ice tray.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Very impressive.
Very topical reference.
2011, maybe?
2017.
Oh, okay. Feels like that long ago. Finally, Guy checked in. Takeaway. Case trying to reverse engineer the cost of a biscuit. Son of a bitch.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
Poor Chick-fil-A got caught in the middle of that one.
Yeah, I guess. Rare tough PR for Chick-fil-A.
What do you got on the podcast?
Well, don't be alarmed if Brian cacaws at you this weekend. There is a reason for it. He's trying to make new friends at Aldi. We also learned today on the Brian and Kenzie podcast that the greatest perk in life is having a rich brother. Therefore, they can buy you seafood towers. That was discussed on the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
Aww.
I know. I don't have a rich brother.
I miss out on
either.
everything.
Not only a Richie,
Stupid poor brother that I have. Worst.
Send that text right now and just see what he says. Stupid poor brother.
Also, it is Friday, so a new movie review in honor of the recent string of heists around the globe. I reviewed 1995's The Usual Suspects with Kevin Spacey, among others, and that is on the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
Anywhere, anytime. We're on tomorrow, 8 to 10, with our throwbacks of the week, and the podcast available to you at your fingertips, no matter what you're doing. Make sure you subscribe and listen.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.